Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in here to the DTF Wrestling YouTube channel. That's right, we did a little bit of rebranding. It's your boy Hollywood. I'm here with my boy D2. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're first time here, thank you for showing up. And today we just wanted to talk a little bit about, as you can see on the screen, LA Knight. Is he the next United States champion? Now, we both got some particular thoughts on this. There's a couple of things I like about this idea, and there's one thing I absolutely hate about this idea. But we'll get into that as we roll this video out. Before we dig in, I just want to also say that we're doing a giveaway here at the channel. For one lucky subscriber, once we hit 100 subscribers here at DTF Wrestling, we're going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. So, I mean, you know, these fuel prices, how much shit costs at the grocery store, inflation, you need free money, and it's free to hit that subscribe button. So go ahead and do it. But anyway, let's dig into the video. DT, what's good, man?
What's going on, my man?
Not a lot, not a lot. Just another hot-ass day down here in the south of the United States. But not as hot as LA Knight, though, man. Dude is over, without a doubt. We can all agree on that. Where does he go from here? Is the United States Championship the best thing for him right now?
I mean, what else does he have at this point? It's obviously not Logan Paul. He didn't win the Money in the Bank. He ain't going up against Gunther because they're not on the same show, and we already got Drew going for that. I mean, what can they even do with this guy?
Shit, they can bring back the 24/7 title for him.
I mean, honestly, it's probably better suited for him because fuck the United States Championship.
So, me and D2, we're not really too, well, I mean, you know, you tell us down here in the comments, do you feel like the United States Championship is on the same level, same par as the IC Championship? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
Now, you can make...
I mean, when you said the 24/7 title, I thought about the U.S. title.
Pretty much, fuck. You throw
probably have about the same prestige.
No, actually, you know, that's diminishing R-Truth's work, man.
That is true. I'd probably feel differently. If it was my man R-Truth holding the U.S. title, that'd be a lot better than this clown Austin Theory.
No. Some people love him, some people hate him. Opinions on Austin Theory. I think it can be said without a doubt, and it's not necessarily his fault. Because, I mean, it's whatever the fucking lame-ass creative, a.k.a. lame-ass Vince McMahon, is giving him. You know, while Vince McMahon isn't sexually harassing and abusing his employees and making them sign NDAs, he's not letting Austin Theory do anything with the fucking United States title. Like, what the fuck has Austin Theory done with the title?
I don't know, man. All I'm saying is this man beat John Cena at WrestleMania and then went back into nothingness.
Like, that moment did not make him feel like a bigger star.
This man was so weak on the mic going up against John Cena that the only way they could get him to have a promo against him was to go out there and pre-record before the fans got into the arena. I mean, this dude's sorry, bro.
My man's had stage fright. He was up there sounding worse than Roman in the Suffering Succotash line.
Vince, man, please. I don't want to do it in front of the fans.
Damn it, get out there and do it! Is what Vince probably said to him. For those of you who don't know...
Don't you see me and Alexa Bliss are trying to have a conversation in here?
God damn it, get out! And then the last thing Austin hears as he's walking out the door, it's like, yeah, so how about that vascularity there?
Oh, God.
And that's why Alexa's been away. No, we all know Alexa, she's getting over her skin cancer. God bless her. Much Godspeed to her healing.
Isn't she pregnant?
Oh, God, I hope not. I fucking hate Ryan Cabrera.
I feel like I heard that she was pregnant, but that, you know, might be wrong.
You know, no hate on, and I guess hate might be a strong word. You know, I enjoyed his song On the Way Down back when I was growing up. Back in 2002, TRL.
Yeah.
But she might be pregnant. Who knows, man? Fucking, I just remember reading, you know, after she disappeared and I was wondering where she was at, I remember reading a report talking about her revealing her skin cancer diagnosis and how she just had, like, you know, the area of skin removed and shit. And so fucking, I was like, oh damn, that's where she's been. And then she was also filming some TV show as well.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
But back on topic, I guess. That see, ladies and gentlemen, this is how interested we are in even making this fucking video about LA Knight getting the United States Championship. Like,
this is why every time we try to make a 10 to 15 minute video, it turns out to be half an hour.
I mean, I heard that people who are geniuses have a lot to say, so I mean, it's can't help it. Got big brain over here. Fucking
right.
I'm just saying. But yeah. So
I mean,
does the
we're
United
speaking to nobody at this point because everybody's done tuned out.
I mean, perhaps if you still
But
here,
if you're still
you're a
here,
real one. You're a real one. You got a big dick. Or a big vagina, whatever. We don't discriminate.
Massive. Hey, last video was 100% male viewers, so.
Hey, man.
According to YouTube, but I mean, they only got male or female on there, so.
YouTube don't know what the fuck it's talking about.
Biggest
Just
shit.
like WWE
They're
creative.
never pushing this video now.
Fuck you, YouTube, if you don't. Honestly, I think we need to start over, bro, because I feel like we're off the rails here.
No, man, just go ahead and play it. Let's just get back on top.
Just keep going. All right, we're gonna power through. But pretty much, man. I mean, like, I don't. Got it. I want to see LA Knight doing something, but about as interested as I am in talking about this fucking topic is about how interested I am in seeing him on the United States Championship. Now, you can make the argument, I guess, that it takes a special talent. Or it takes the right talent, rather, to, like, make a title feel good, because they say, what, the title shouldn't make the man should make the title. That whole little saying right there, But, so you can make the argument that Austin Theory dropping the title to LA Knight would be a great thing for the United States Championship, because we need somebody on the title who gets popped the way that LA Knight gets popped. Just the same way that, like, every Gunther match and every title defense I'm looking forward to, because I know it's gonna be a fucking badass match. And so there in that check column, that's something that I like. Okay, yes, LA Knight, he definitely is the guy that could rehabilitate this championship, instead of me forgetting the championship even fucking exists half the time.
I really hope so, man. I mean, obviously, for me, I feel like I've always liked the Intercontinental title a lot better than the U.S. title. I don't know what it is about the U.S. title, man.
Well, the U.S. title does have history. It's WCW's Intercontinental title. That's pretty much what it is.
It just never has appealed to me that much. But either way, the way Gunther's got the Intercontinental title looking super strong right now, maybe LA Knight's the person to do that for the U.S. title.
I hope so.
I sure as hell hope so. I'd love to see him elevate the title to where they reward him like I think it's inevitable Gunther's going to be rewarded in the near future.
LA Knight's on the wrong brand for that, because he's on the brand where the world champion only defends once a year. And hey, this is coming from a guy. This is coming from a guy who has loved the bloodline stuff. I'm a huge Roman guy, but it's like, fuck, dude. Like, I want to see some title defenses too. Like, good God.
That's true, man. The storyline they got going with Bloodline's awesome. But come on, man. Defend the title. Like, what I want to know is, like, why is nobody on SmackDown sitting here questioning why they can't challenge for the title? If you're going to have him not defend, at least show people coming around, talking to Adam Pearce, and, wanting a title shot. Like, why does nobody want a title shot? Are they trying to play up that everybody is just so scared of Roman that nobody gives a shit about even going after the title anymore?
Because they're just video game playing soft new generation wrestlers, man. That's why. According to these old heads, us millennials and Gen Zers, man, we just play video games. We don't give a fuck about putting in the work. And this actually ties into what my next thing right here, okay? Given the fact that we know Roman ain't dropping these fucking belts anytime soon. I don't care what Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso just did. He ain't dropping these fucking belts anytime soon.
Not a chance.
So, the United States Championship theoretically is the best thing that LA Knight can do, since he's stuck on SmackDown.
I'd rather see him I would rather see him beat Austin Theory for the title, because at least it would give some significance to the title. Because right now, I mean, when was the last time we saw Austin Theory before this last week's SmackDown? Has he even been on the show in a couple weeks? Because I don't remember seeing him.
Last time I remember seeing Austin Theory, he was in a 6-man tag with Pretty Deadly against the Brawling Brutes. And that was like a few weeks ago, I think.
Oh, yeah, that actually does sound familiar. I don't know, man. I don't think he's done anything that like has been significant at all, at least like since WrestleMania. I mean, I don't remember this dude doing anything.
What has he done since WrestleMania that is standing on our memory?
If he has done anything, it was obviously so boring that we've both forgotten about it.
And like, and you know, and I have more hope for Austin Theory than you have, for sure. I don't know if that's a little tribalism there, because you know, from the same state, you know, he's a Georgia boy. I don't know if that's because we went to the same wrestling school in Atlanta, although like I stopped going there like literally a couple weeks before he started going there. But you know, I don't know if it's a sense of tribalism there, or if it's because like I liked his stuff when he was in Evolve. I do not, and his stuff in NXT, man, his stuff in NXT was better than what.
Let me just slow you down real quick. Are you telling me that this man went to wrestling school, the same wrestling school as you did after you?
The not Dr. Tom's school, but Mr. Curtis Hughes' school in Atlanta, yeah.
And this guy's sitting up here on the United States title right now? Was that his first wrestling school, or just, you know, he's traveling around gaining experience?
I would assume he was traveling around, because like Evolve is in Florida, and like, you know, when you're fucking, even if you're 10 years in the game, you got to be fucking getting your shit in.
I got you. I was just making sure, because I was gonna say, you know, that, I mean, would honestly be pretty impressive.
I mean, the real question is, why am I not the United States champion right now?
I mean, I'll be honest, I would much rather be seeing you on the title right now. Question. At least I know you'd come out and cut a good promo.
Got Dr. Tom, got Kane, got Curtis Hughes, special guest trainer Heath Slater / Heath Miller. Come on, man. I would say Jimmy Jacobs seminar. Come on. Book me, Vince.
Book it, man. You versus Austin Theory at SummerSlam.
I won't say nothing
you
about
versus Austin Theory versus LA Knight at SummerSlam in a triple threat match.
Triple threat. I'm sorry, LA, bro. You gotta have the job, bro. You're taking the pinfall, not Austin. It's gotta be you, brother. And if they tell me I'm not winning, that doesn't work for me, brother. It doesn't work for me.
And afterwards, man, you and Sheamus can go get some pints, since he was watching the match from the stands.
Hell yeah! I'll get drunk
with the fans.
I'll get drunk.
My man ain't getting no match at SummerSlam.
I'll get drunk with my boy Sheamus, man.
I would definitely get drunk with my man Sheamus, dude. Sheamus is the shit, dude. I don't think he's getting done right now.
Yeah, I want to see Sheamus on a world title run. Like, fuck.
Honestly, it's like he's not even close to that level anymore.
Dude, why is Sheamus going against Roman Reigns? Sheamus hasn't even, like, Sheamus wants to fight. He's a brawling brute. Like, why is it Sheamus?
Honestly, I would actually enjoy seeing Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
Sheamus can talk about how he cashed in on him.
I don't like seeing Sheamus come out pissed the fuck off against about Solo, you remember, and then going out there, and I mean, did he lose? Was it a DQ? I can't remember against Solo, but like, I mean, he got his ass whooped basically.
Damn, they're going.
I mean, it was a fight, I guess. It's hard for me to even remember, but I just remember being like, damn, you know, like, Sheamus is falling. Or either Solo is just up high right now. But either way, like, I feel like Sheamus should be going out there against main eventers. He looks like a fucking boss, you know? Like, this guy should be going out there, and he should be challenging Roman Reigns, and it should be somewhat believable, at least. I mean, dang.
It's like
this guy, like...
Former 5-time world champ.
He's been a monster. I mean, he's probably better as a heel, but I mean, I think he's good as a face too. He's a believable champion.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And you know, shit, man, you got built-in story there. You know, Roman should want to. Sheamus starts talking shit about how he cashed in on him at the Survivor Series in Atlanta that we went to when Roman won his first ever world title, only held it for 5 minutes and 40 seconds, I think, or 5 minutes 15 seconds, because Sheamus made a shirt out of it. Sheamus 5:15 or whatever that was. And then Roman could be like, you know what? You're right. I do have a score to settle with you, so I'm gonna smash you. Which, Roman, that's a little sus, bro. you're out here talking about you're gonna smash these dudes, bro. I mean,
I want to see this feud now, man.
Like, I love you, Roman.
I want to see Roman coming out here talking about how he wants to smash Sheamus, dude.
Sheamus, when I get you in this ring, everybody's gonna watch while I smash you. It's like, that's really why the Usos and Sammy got out of Dodge, bro. It's like, bro, this is
There's nothing I wanted to do more than smash you, Sheamus.
Oh man, dude, please let me promo against Roman, dude. I'll straight call it out.
That'd be great,
I'm
man.
flattered, bro, but
Oh man.
but yeah, dude. So since we know we're not gonna get, God, I wish, but we know we're not gonna get LA Knight going against Roman Reigns right now, anytime soon. My belief is that the world title is not gonna. Realistically, if LA Knight stays on SmackDown, they don't do another draft until like sometime next, fall in 2024. Then realistically, or I think it's pretty realistic to say that LA Knight's chances of getting on a world title on SmackDown are zilch, because Roman Reigns is probably going to hold this till WrestleMania, and then the guy who beats Roman Reigns needs to hold it for at least like 4 or 5 months. Like, like that's a big accomplishment. You're getting the rub. Like,
Yep.
Roman's going to rub him after he smashes him. Fucking.
After he smashes Sheamus out, I mean, he's about to get smashed out by somebody at WrestleMania, I would imagine.
That's the only way to get the rub. And so, like, yeah, so they got to hold the title for a hot minute. So it's just like, fuck, if it's not LA Knight, then LA Knight's not going to get on a world championship at all anytime soon unless he changes brands. And I see some of these news articles that have been talking about, like, fans want to see LA Knight, take down Austin Theory at SummerSlam for the US Championship. For some reason, all these articles keep talking about him being 40 years old, man. They keep saying, the 40-year-old superstar, the 40-year-old superstar. Is there some, are WWE writers writing these articles so that way they're trying to push a narrative that he's too old or some shit?
I really don't understand it, because even if 40 was considered old for WWE, and, first off, I just want to say this. How long ago was it that they had Goldberg as their world champion?
Right. And also, Roman Reigns is 38.
How old is Goldberg?
Goldberg's about to be 60 soon, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so why the fuck is it okay for this dude to be holding the title, but my man who
56,
is 40 and
Goldberg will be 57.
obviously does not look like he's 40. He doesn't look like he's beat up. I mean, if he could go 4 more years.
Not to mention,
Why is it not worth your time to squeeze 4 years out of somebody who could be at the top of the card?
Not to mention that 40's not even fucking old these days, man.
Was Stone Cold not one of the greatest ever, if not the? How long was his run at the top?
Very short, actually.
So why is it such a big deal how old this man is?
Stupid.
He should squash the clown, I can't even think of his name, Theory. He should squash this guy at SummerSlam, and he should go on a dominant run with that title. Lose it to my man Carlito after he gets some apples spit in his eyes.
Yeah.
And then he should win the Royal Rumble, with him and Carlito being the last 2 in the Rumble. Because, my man Carlito's a badass too.
And long-term.
And then he should challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And I mean, he should smash Roman out.
I'm here for it. If LA Knight was main eventing WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, I would buy tickets for WrestleMania.
I would too.
I'd pay them fucking crazy ass prices. $700 a day.
I mean,
for some decent seats.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man, to see LA Knight smash Roman Reigns.
Now, let's move on, because we're here a little deep in the video. The thing I hate about this entire scenario is I cannot count. And I've been a fan watching wrestling watching all promotions, all kind of content, indies, even back in like the fucking early 2000s, found this bunch of Canadian kids like filming themselves wrestling on the ground in the backyard, a little federation, and like the characters are just funny, man. And I was watching that shit. I can't count how many times since being a little kid, being a fan in the late 90s, got to watch the Attitude Era, has WWE fucked up when it's come to handling somebody being super over correctly. Even to the point of where seems like they went out of their way to outright punish them for getting over. And it wasn't in like Vince's or whoever, Kevin Dunn or whoever's like calling the fucking creative here. Like Zack Ryder, for instance. My dude's got buried.
Oh, I don't want to get in on Zack Ryder, man.
My dude's got buried. Daniel Bryan was getting suppressed until like fans just started hijacking the show.
Yeah, there was nothing they could do about Daniel Bryan.
And they have.
And I hope if it gets to a point like that with LA Knight, I hope the fans do the same thing.
But like, I cannot count. I would need more hands than Shiva, the Hindu god, who has like 8 arms. I would need more hands than that to count how many times they fumble the bag on popular superstars, not capitalizing on momentum. I mean, Braun Strowman, super fucking over in 2017, should have gotten on the World Championships back then, but they had him lose his Money in the Bank cash-in because he announced beforehand, because he's a monster, he didn't need the sneak attack. And then they just had him eat loss after loss, and then they finally put the world title on him, only as an alternate plan when Roman, was like, yo, I just got over cancer, I'm not showing up for WrestleMania because COVID's fucking a thing right now. And then they had him beat Goldberg for the Universal title. But it's just like, dude, like you're 3 years too late. Is that what they're going to do with LA Knight? Is it going to be like, oh, yeah, we bungled it. Okay, yeah, you guys love LA Knight, right? Look. Oh.
I mean, that'd be the most WWE thing they could do.
Exactly. And I want to have faith. I do. I would have a hell of a lot more faith if Vince McMahon wasn't back in the company. If this was still like a Triple H show, and without a doubt a Triple H show, honestly, I think Triple H is a proxy, man. I don't think Triple H is running the show anymore.
Oh, I don't think he is at all. I mean, if you actually look at the reports, it doesn't seem like Triple H is running the show.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Triple H and the creative team, they come up with stuff, but I mean...
But then we still get reports coming out.
If Vince wants to change it, he changes it.
Exactly.
I mean, I literally saw a report, and I'm sure if there's still people listening, I'm sure they've seen the same reports. That, like, they literally are trying to Vince-proof their booking.
Really?
By announcing matches ahead of time, because apparently Vince does not want to change a pre-advertised match. I mean, he still does, because he did that with the Bayley...
Becky Lynch.
Who is she facing? It was Bayley.
Talking about Bayley and Becky Lynch in the steel cage?
No. It was here recently.
Shit. I have no idea.
What's the girl's name? She's got the green hair.
Oh, Shotzi.
Bayley Shotzi for Bayley's spot in the Money in the Bank match.
It happened right
and
before
they still
Money in
went
the
back on that. But the reason that they were announcing those matches apparently is because they're trying to Vince-proof their booking. They don't want... they obviously had a plan for that. They're obviously trying to push something with Bayley and Shotzi. And to be honest, I kind of thought potentially Bayley might get beat because they're trying to further that Io Bayley storyline. But after seeing the finish to the Money in the Bank, I don't think that might have ever been the plan. But either way, they obviously are trying to tell a story here with Damage Control. And I mean, it seems like if there's one good thing about Triple H, everybody like just acts like they love Triple H so much. That's cool. But if, we'll see if his booking actually turns out to be that great whenever he does actually get to take over for good. I feel like it's a small sample size is what everybody got. But
we're also harkening back to his NXT days as well, how great NXT was.
That's true. But either way, one thing that it seems like Triple H is big on is coming up with these long-term storylines. And the long-term storylines typically are thought out way better than anything that we've gotten in the past since we've had Vince. You know, like, my whole, like, wrestling experience watching the show has been Vince McMahon. And it's always been, like, on the fly booking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
And pushing the same thing.
It's weird to see things, like, thought out, like, beforehand. And even if they're obvious sometimes, you know, it doesn't. The obvious choice doesn't mean it's the wrong choice. You don't have to give us like surprises just for the sake of it being a shocker.
And Vince hates doing that.
Sometimes, sure.
If it's a good shocker, then sure. But like,
yeah, but you don't have to do it just to be like, oh, the dirt sheets got it wrong.
Like going back to, was it 2011 when we all wanted, and it all signs pointing to Chris Jericho winning the Royal Rumble, but Sheamus ended up winning and eliminating Chris Jericho. You remember that? And it was just like, and we read on the dirt sheets after Royal Rumble that literally the plan changed last minute to let it be Sheamus just to give the dirt sheets and all of us a swerve because we all expected Chris Jericho to win. And Chris Jericho still ended up like becoming the number one contender for when the world title was facing Edge, because there was that storyline because he had turned on Edge because they were former partners. Edge came back. Or was that then? I might be confusing things, but I don't remember Chris Jericho when he was supposed to win.
Either way, we all know how Vince will fucking swerve shit just for the sake of swerving.
And, you know, and I feel like we kind of got a little bit of that with the booking, letting us think LA Knight was going to win Money in the Bank. And it's just like, fuck, man. Like, if I, like, having just read that Freddie Prinze Jr. quote of, like, him talking about Vince McMahon, knowing what the crowd wants, not giving it to them and laughing about it, that made me really feel like that was that moment right there.
What a joke, dude.
All right, LA, you're going to go out there and you're going to put your hands in the briefcase. The crowd's going to be loud. They're going to be raucous. You're going to open the clip, and then you're going to get chokeslammed off the top by Damian Priest, and he's going to win. And what can you say to that? If you're LA Knight, what can you say?
I didn't hate the finish. I'm not going to go that far. But I did think it was funny how they have the camera zoomed in on LA Knight taking down the briefcase, and then it's just like all of a sudden you see the hand pop up on his throat. You know, they didn't even show Damian climbing the ladder. Like, you had to be in attendance to see that. You know what? Somebody please clip that moment right there, or maybe I can do it. Please clip it and make a meme and put text across LA Knight's forehead saying what we the fans want, and then put the word Vince across Damian Priest's hand. Because that is a perfect representation right there. That honestly, yeah. We're about to get what we want. Wait a minute, buckaroo. We make movies here, pal. My God. So that's my one thing that I really hate right there. It's like, I don't have faith, man. I do not have faith. Like, if it is, let's say we do actually tomorrow night on SmackDown, we get LA Knight and Austin Theory setting up after Austin Theory gets done with his match with Sheamus. You know, maybe a backstage segment or some type of shit. Or, you know, if it's next week and whatever, like, whenever it gets set up, if it does happen, if LA Knight loses to Austin Theory at SummerSlam. Oh, bro, I'll just, that'll be it. I mean, I won't watch anymore. Like, if you put LA Knight versus Austin Theory at SummerSlam and Austin Theory wins, I don't care if it's by cheating. I don't care if, like, somebody comes out and they, like, smacks LA Knight in the back of the head behind the referee's back, and that's how, like, if LA Knight loses in any type of fucking fashion, it's just like, nah, it's over. That just tells me that, okay, we're not gonna get what we want, bro. Like, bro, we never do, man. Like, I watch wrestling, dude, and I'm just like, man, wrestling would be so good if we ever got what we wanted. But they never give it to you. They're like, oh, it's that carrot on the stick, man. And I hate that shit. I don't even like carrots. Like, why the hell am I, like, just chasing this thing? Tune in next week and maybe it will happen then, is probably the thought behind it. But guess what? It never does. And, you know, like, I really hope it wouldn't be like, okay, LA Knight lost, it was by some shenanigans or some shit, and then, like, the next pay-per-view he gets the title, because it's like, why would you diminish the man's momentum just for him to still end up getting the fucking title? It reminds me of when The Fiend was challenging Seth Rollins in Hell in a Cell, and they gave us that squirrely ass fucking finish where, like, nobody won, nobody lost. Like, the referee just stopped the match because Seth was just going ballistic with, like, sledgehammers
on foreign objects, chairs and debris and stuff on the Fiend, and they stopped the match for Bray Wyatt's safety. And then you had Bray Wyatt run through him like 2 weeks later at the Saudi Arabia show to get the Universal Championship finally. Like, did they do that? Was that the original plan? Or was it because the fans were booing so fucking hard at Hell in a Cell and fan outrage online after that was like, what the fuck? It's Hell in a Cell, there is no rules. Why would the referee stop the match? So, like... Anyway, obviously wrong decision. The Fiend should have got on the... Either you shouldn't have put the Fiend in the position to be challenger for the title so soon, or you should have given it to him. But, since you put him in the position, okay, you gotta give it to him. If they put LA Knight in the position, you gotta fucking give it to him, man.
It's kind of like, wasn't LA Knight's first... Or not LA Knight, excuse me. Wasn't Bray Wyatt, when he came to the WWE, not as Husky Harris, like, he came as Bray Wyatt. Wasn't his first WrestleMania against John Cena?
Yes, and he should have won.
He should have won. Why even do that? Give John Cena somebody who's already established and then let him beat him if that's what you want to do. Why is John Cena... I mean, this is a rant that's, 10 years overdue, but why is John Cena beating up-and-comers that are actually main event worthy, but then he's losing to Austin Theory? Like, get the fuck out of here. If he beat Austin Theory, I'd be like, haha, cool, Cena was back for WrestleMania and he beat this clown. Good. And then he could have done his U.S. Open Challenge the next night on Raw, lost it to anybody, and it would have been like, okay, now go film your movies.
That could have worked.
But hey, we'll just get Austin Theory in 3-man tags or 6-man tags, and then he'll be off this week, and then we'll film a promo of him in an empty arena, and then we won't even put it on the show because the promo still sucked.
Question: has Austin Theory even defended the title on a pay-per-view since WrestleMania?
I don't think so. I don't remember so. Who would he have defended it against? I don't remember him having a feud. That's the thing. That's why like when we hear this BS about LA Knight becoming the next US champion, it's like, yeah, well, I mean, in a way, I'm like, well, hell yeah, maybe we'll actually see the title get defended and see the title on the show. But at the same time, it's like, who cares about the US title right now?
Okay. I was wrong. He defended it in Puerto Rico at Backlash in a triple threat with Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which, just like, before we close this this episode down, I like Bronson Reed, man. What's he do?
He had a nice vignette package for back on Monday Night Raw. He's coming back this week. I don't know if there was an injury or what, but he's been gone for whatever reason.
Well, that's good.
He's back.
I'm ready to see him, man. The first time I saw him, I was just like, I've come to really like Bronson Reed. I think that's a really good big dude.
Yeah, dude can fucking work.
I think he has a lot of potential.
I'm so happy he's healed because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was in and out on some time periods there, but his whole time at NXT, he was a babyface, I'm pretty sure, when he ran the North American Championship. So it's fun seeing him heel, man. He should be a heel. He's fucking, like, unstoppable.
Yep.
You should be cocky.
I agree.
But to that note, yeah, Backlash was the last time. Granted, I mean, I guess that was just a couple pay-per-views ago, but Backlash was the last time on a premium live event that the United States Championship. The United States Championship was not defended at Night of Champions, which is like, shouldn't every championship be defended at Night of Champions?
I mean, you'd think so.
That used to be the premise behind it, but yeah. And I guess just for sake of time, we're sitting here 34 minutes.
Yeah.
I guess there's not much more we can say about this right here. You know, in case you haven't realized it, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do sometimes go off on tangents, but you know, you guys do too, so don't fucking judge us.
I mean, this episode turned out a lot more vulgar than we anticipated, but...
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit.
The intro...
I know they're cussing there at work. They're cussing they're cussing their kids out. They're cussing their spouses out. They're cussing their girlfriends, boyfriends.
I mean, let's be honest. If they stuck it out this far in the show, they really don't care about that intro. That intro was out there. But you know,
I mean,
we're mad. We're tired of it. You know, we want to see some good stuff. Is wrestling ever going to be good again? Like,
That's a whole podcast right there. By itself, that could be a whole podcast. Will wrestling ever be good again?
That's the next episode, boys, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Appreciate you sticking around. If you are still here, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment below to tell us what you think about Austin Theory dropping the United States Championship to LA Knight at SummerSlam. You know, all forms of engagement definitely help us because we're a brand new baby channel here. We're trying to become a senior citizen on YouTube, and we need your help to make it there. Also, smash that subscribe button to be entered into the giveaway, because when we hit 100 subscribers, we will be giving away the $100 Amazon gift card. You know you need the money. Stop playing. And
stop playing. And also, let us know what you think about Austin Theory, because I think he's a clown.
And I have a bit more hope than D2 does. So yeah, that's another great comment down there. Like, let us know what you think about Austin Theory. You think he's a clown? You think he's got promise? You think he's got potential? Let us know what you think in the comments below. We'll be down there responding to all that we can. And hit the notification bell so that way you know when we're dropping new videos, because we're trying to put out content daily. And we're going to also be shifting our fantasy football and fantasy daily sports betting content over to a new channel. So stay tuned, because we'll be announcing that here on this channel. But until next time, we are out of here.